All right, Pickle. Let's round this bad boy out with a little helpful Honda mailbag Friday.
The North Texas Honda dealers want to help you score on award-winning Hondas just like the rugged and reliable 2023 Ridgeline. Stop by your helpful Honda dealer today or visit ntxhondadealers.com to learn more.
Thanks, Honda. Love you,
Shout
Honda.
out, Honda.
Love you, Honda. So if you've got questions about high school football, college football, recruiting, lifestyle, romance, travel, anything you got, let us know in the comments, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We'll get to as many as we can. We are 2 weeks and 1 day away from sending the magazine to press.
Dun, dun, dun.
2 weeks and 1 day. If you're interested, on my computer right now, I can even show it to you. Watch, because nobody's going to be able to read it. Those are the 1A pages.
Wow.
Those are the 1A pages. So you can, if you want to see exactly what we think of this district, you can freeze frame it and zoom in. But we're working hard on the magazine. Not sleeping much, but that's par for the course. And yeah, so we're excited about it. I believe every piece of content is in with the exception of one thing.
Mm-hmm. And who is not hitting their deadline?
Yeah, listen, the person who sets the deadline, okay? That's me. I know it's a letter from the editor, and it is I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off because, well, it's a couple of things. One, it's work, and who wants to do work?
Correct.
But two is I'm going to be the first person to ever write it besides Dave.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, in 2020, because of the pandemic, we weren't able to get together, and he was having technological issues, and there wasn't anybody who could come over and help him. So, like, we just talked on the phone, and I kind of transcribed it for him.
Right, but it was still Dave's words.
But it was still Dave's words, right? This is going to be the first time in the history of the magazine that anybody other than him is going to be writing for that page, and I don't want to.
Little Dave is shaking his head down there.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So no, yeah. Dave's like, no. He's shaking his head. He's not nodding. I promise you. So yeah, I don't know. I'm putting it off and putting it off. I'll probably do it tonight.
You'll find the right words.
I don't wanna.
Well,
it's gonna suck. Everyone's gonna be like, oh,
boo this man.
Look at this guy thinks he's Dave Campbell. It's like, promise you, I don't.
I do like when we're doing interviews with people, and every now and then they'll trip up and call you Dave.
Yeah, that does happen.
Chuckle.
I've just gotten used to it.
Yeah.
It's got me because the thing is I have two brothers, and so I'm used to being calling Matt and Jeff.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, yeah, okay.
Those are
Just
literally all 4-letter words. I never
Yeah.
realized that. Matt, Jeff, Greg,
They're all
Dave.
They're all
Four.
and they're all shortened
Yep.
to 4 letters.
Yep.
David, Gregory, Matthew, and Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Yeah. So they're all 4 letters that have been shortened from longer names.
I didn't know Mr. Dave was actually David.
David.
I did not know that. Huh.
But I don't think anybody called him David.
No.
His mom called him David. His grandma.
I'm really glad that he
David
decided
Campbell, you get over here.
I'm glad that he decided to shorten it to Dave, because David Campbell's Texas football.
David just feels more like Dave and David feels like the same kind of gap between Hank and Henry.
Yes.
Like,
it's like how did you actually
it's like, oh, this
get there?
is David.
Yeah.
David, as opposed to it's Dave. And then it's like,
oh, it's Henry.
Oh, it's hello, Henry.
I feel like you need a monocle.
as opposed to just Oz Hank.
Yeah, it's the monocle.
Anyway, so we're working on the magazine. Go to texasfootball.com/subscribe to get it mailed to you before it hits newsstands. So go do that. And Mother's Day Sunday.
Yes.
Mother's Day Sunday. Don't screw this up.
Correct.
Don't screw this up. Do we have any questions from the people?
Yeah. What do you think the chance that Port Neches Groves make it back to the state game?
It's funny you mention that because I just read their preview yesterday because I was laying out 5A pages. I like this team. They have some holes to fill, especially at receiver and especially in the secondary, and that it would be my concern. They've got QB1. Shea Adams is back, and he's a star, and he's fully capable of just putting them on their back. But we have to see that development in those two, in the passing game, both sides, wide receiver and secondary.
Yeah, if you think back to what got them against South Oak Cliff, it was those two. Like with the massive amount of talent that they had last year, that was still the part that fell through a little bit in the state championship game. So it's like, but that's a big hole.
So like they lost. So this is we did a segment on Math Tuesday about returning starters, right? This is a team that lost 40 seniors. Okay,
Jeez.
40 seniors. Okay, that's a lot,
especially when you went to the state championship the year before.
Right. And so the challenge for Jeff Joseph is going to be to kind of rebuild them on the fly. It certainly helps that you're going to have the quarterback. Like that is a great place to start. Good idea. Start with him, but they're going to have to fill in, I think, 3 spots on the offensive line. They got to find some wide receivers, and they've got to have the secondary come about. The good news for them is that I look at Region 3, and like their toughest test is within their own district. It's Fort Bend Marshall,
absolutely.
Like in my opinion. Montgomery Lake Creek's going to be pretty good. There's a couple teams in District 11. I don't foresee District 12, which is the Austin ISD, like with LBJ. I think LBJ is going to be good, but I don't think they're going to be as good as they have been. And even with the coaching change, Cal throws more flux into that. And so, to me, they're on the short list. Probably Marshall, P&G, Lake Creek.
Yeah.
I'm pretty bullish on Belton in Region 3. That's a team to keep an eye on, or a team like Leander Rouse, although they have to replace Mason Shorb. I don't know. There is no reason that they couldn't make that run. And then also, look, they went to the regional semifinal, or the state semifinals last year, and they played Liberty Hill. Now, Liberty Hill, of course, was banged up, but they slowed down the slot T. And like Jeff Joseph is a defensive whiz, so like they've proven they can do it. I think this is me. I think Liberty Hill's the favorite in Region 4 until somebody beats them, basically. And so that is, to me, like the path is there. They have to answer the questions that I have in the affirmative. And if they do that, then they're right back in the mix. Like that's the question. Now everybody's got holes to fill, but I think that right now they're on the short list in Region 3. I think Region 3 is going to be even to a slight favorite over Region 4, depending on how Liberty Hill kind of develops, because they were hit hard by graduation as well. So, yeah, I think they're in the mix. Is that a long answer to a short question?
Goodness, yes.
Yeah. Like I said, I just read their capsule yesterday because I was laying it out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The DCTF crew has taken road trips to El Paso and the RGV the last 2 years. Which one was your favorite? That's like
what a rude,
choosing between
what a rude question.
The best thing you've ever had and the other best thing you've ever had.
What a rude question.
They were just different experiences because the El Paso one will always, I feel like, hold a special place because it's the first time we ever took a DCTF editorial trip.
And even though the stadium down there in the RGV was great, like
R.R. Jones that was
a bucket list stadium.
Yeah.
Right? But the food in the RGV
was unbeatable.
Was out of control.
Yeah. Like
out of control.
I don't know how you're supposed to get me to choose between L&J's and then what was the name of the taco place was?
We went after the game. Where Steph got the bonus hot dog.
Oh, that was really good. I was talking about the breakfast tacos that y'all brought back. Anita's.
Anita's. I don't know. Like you.
Those are two of my most favorite parts of the state.
This. Right now, we're finalizing our plans for where this year's road trip is going to be. They're on opposite ends of the state.
Yes.
But we
knocked out the two just bangers at the start.
Yeah. And so now, like, the bar has been set. And
you call me Miss 915 and Miss 956 together. Like, I can't step bad Matthew. Matthew has a different question that's better. Should I ask that one?
So I'll just say that they were so different, but they were both excellent.
Yes.
Is that an appropriately political answer?
I agree.
Good. Okay, what's next?
Matt's other question was, hello, TFT heroes.
Hello.
My question
It's
is,
us.
do either of you have cool summer vacation plans coming up? Thanks for your courage.
Yep. You can go first. Do you have summer vacation plans?
I do. Two of mine and my boyfriend's best friends are getting married in Cabo.
San Lucas?
Mhm.
Oh, I don't know if you meant like Cabo, Missouri.
Does that exist?
No.
I mean, there's a Paris, Texas, so I guess like
I was gonna say.
fair.
Yeah.
There's a London in Texas too, but
Mm-hmm.
no, Cabo
Rome.
in Mexico. And so we're heading out to Cabo for a week
Dublin.
with like all of our best friends. So it's hard to
Nice.
get better
That'll be
than
fun.
that. I'm incredibly excited.
There's an Athens, Texas. There's
Mhm.
a Rome, Texas. There's a Dublin, Texas.
Yeah, we just kind of took all the names and scattered them across the state.
Tokyo. I made that up. I've actually got a fair amount of plans. After we send the magazine to press in 2 weeks, I'm going to be off for a week because I'm going to be working at a camp. But then I'm going to come back. You may remember last year, the fateful right before coaching school.
Yes.
It was my wife and I's 10th anniversary, and we were planning on going to Napa Valley for our 10th anniversary, and then all of our children got coronavirus.
Yeah, I was in Mexico when I got the text from you saying, "Hey," and I was like, "Oh no."
So we also missed Craig Way's wedding.
Yeah.
So it was just super cool. Anyway, we're running that back. We're doing that in June.
Good. Okay,
We're running that
awesome.
back. We're doing that in June. And then this is breaking news, I suppose, because
Oh.
it just got finalized. We're taking the kids to the beach.
Nice. Let's go, Porte.
Poor day.
Let's go. You know I love Porte. I can give you all the recommendations in the world. I'll make a whole list for you. Oh, that's so exciting.
Going to Poor day.
Okay, when is it?
July.
Okay.
Early August. First week in August.
Okay, I was just going to say because there's a good shot that I ended up down there with my family in
Nope.
July.
I don't want to see you.
Good. I don't want to see you either.
No.
I would love to see Hank on the beach, though. I
wanna see
would.
him.
That would be fun. But
Yeah, we booked it. My wife's folks are coming down, and we're gonna go to. We're all gonna drive down to Port A.
that's awesome.
So we're gonna do that.
Yeah, I
that's
think
our,
I've-
kind of our big summer trip.
Yeah, I think I've got in July like river trip with friends leading down into a little family beach thing and then back up.
Yeah, you're gonna ride the river down to the beach.
That is my actual plan.
Yeah, and then of course we'll have. I get to go to College
Station, correct.
I get to go to Houston.
Correct.
For coaching school.
Man, I gotta tell you, I cannot wrap my brain around the fact that coaching school is not in San Antonio because I've never been to a coaching school that has not been. I've only been to 2 coaching schools, and they've both been in San Antonio.
Right.
So I don't like me. Mallory and Will have never been to a coaching school that has not been down in San Antonio. So it's
right.
like I can't even picture
It is in
it.
Houston this year. It's been a couple years. Pre-COVID, it's been there. It hasn't been in Houston. So excited to go down there. It's a good scene. I think I used to really not like going to coaching school in Houston. But they have done a really good job of developing the area around the convention center. Because the thing about San Antonio that's so great is that you go to your hotel and then you can just walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Anything you'll ever need is within walking distance. That was not the case in Houston for a long time.
And that's just when you've got a big staff, it's hard to get everybody places on time.
In cars
and Ubers and
Although,
all of
have
that.
you ever been to Spanish Flowers?
No.
Might be going to Spanish Flowers.
Nice.
Spanish Flowers is a Max Thompson joint.
I
That's a
figured.
place
I've
that-
heard of y'all talk about it.
No, that was, I want to say was it Adam Coleman? Who used to work for the Houston Chronicle. Now I think he works for the Athletic. But he was the one who turned us on. There's one it's up in the Heights, and it is top 3 Mexican food restaurant.
Let's
for
go.
me. It's great. It's really good.
We
went there.
We always go to Lopez, but that's down that's far. That is far from the
we have to
convention center.
drive.
Yeah.
We have to drive to the Heights, but it's very good.
I like the Heights.
And then maybe we can do Breakfast Club. You ever done the Breakfast Club? I also went there with Adam Coleman. Adam Coleman's just kind of my sensei. in
Yes.
Houston.
Yes, I have done the Breakfast Club.
Club is excellent.
I spend
Excellent.
quite a lot of time down in Houston,
Yeah.
so.
That's right. Okay, do we have any more, or are we done?
We got one more for you.
Okay, here's an ender.
What would be the title of your memoir? You're a headline guy, so I expect this to be good.
Sorry.
Period.
No, it'd be called My Bad.
Mine would be like the when old girl starts having issues and she shuts down, it's just the colon and then like the parentheses where it's a sad face. That would be mine.
My dad's always said that he's like, whenever I go on my tombstone, it's just gonna say he tried.
He tried.
And it's like,
mine would just be like dead battery, like battery finally died.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, that would probably
battery empty.
Gonna do it for us. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with us. Remember, tomorrow 11 a.m. live.
Angel or in Hell Verdero.
Angel Verdeo, yeah.
Yeah.
It was Angel who showed.
He
right.
yeah.
He was the one. It was Coleman took us to the Breakfast Club, and Angel took us to Spanish Flowers.
Nice.
Thank you for the correction.
Yes.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you would like more and to be notified when they come out, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there. You can also watch Texas Football Today every day live at noon on TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, and right here on YouTube. For more of the best coverage of Texas football in the Lone Star State, go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe.